Setting boundaries without guilt is one of the most important skills you can learn for a peaceful and happy life. Yet for many people, the word boundary feels uncomfortable. It can sound harsh, selfish, or even mean. You might worry that saying no will disappoint someone. You might fear being judged, rejected, or misunderstood. So instead, you say yes when you want to say no. You stay quiet when something bothers you. You overextend yourself. And then you feel tired, resentful, or overwhelmed. The truth is that boundaries are not walls. They are doors. They teach people how to treat you. And learning to set them without guilt is not about becoming cold. It's about becoming healthy. First, understand what a boundary really is. A boundary is simply a limit that protects your time, energy, values, and emotional well-being. It is you saying, "This is okay for me, and this is not." It can be about your time. "I can't talk right now." Your body, "I'm not comfortable with that." Your emotions, "I don't want to discuss this topic." Or your workload, "I can't take on another project." So why do we feel guilty? Most guilt around boundaries comes from old beliefs. Maybe you were taught that being a good person means always being available. Maybe you learned that love means sacrifice. Maybe you grew up in an environment where your needs were ignored. Over time, you may have started believing that your needs are less important than other people's comfort. But your needs matter too. A helpful shift is this: setting a boundary means you are being honest. And honesty is respectful. For example, imagine a friend who constantly calls late at night to vent. You feel drained, but you keep answering because you don't want to seem unsupportive. Instead of silently building resentment, you could say, "I care about you, but I need to sleep earlier. Can we talk during the day instead?" Another key to setting boundaries without guilt is understanding that other people's feelings are not fully your responsibility. This can feel scary at first. We are used to managing other people's emotions, but everyone is responsible for how they respond. You are responsible for being respectful. You are not responsible for making sure everyone is always happy. Someone might feel disappointed when you say no. That does not mean you did something wrong. Disappointment is a normal human emotion. It is not an emergency. It also helps to remember that saying yes when you mean no is not kindness. It is self-betrayal. Every time you ignore your own limits, you teach yourself that your comfort does not matter. Over time, this damages your self-trust. Boundaries, on the other hand, strengthen self-respect. If you struggle with guilt, start small. You do not have to suddenly change your whole personality. Practice in low-pressure situations. If a coworker asks you to take on extra work and you are already busy, try saying, "I'm at capacity right now." You do not need a long explanation. Short and simple is powerful. You also do not need to justify your boundaries endlessly. Over-explaining often comes from fear. A clear sentence is enough. For example, "I'm not available." "That doesn't work for me." "I need some time to think about it." "No, thank you." Notice how none of these are aggressive. Another important step is getting comfortable with discomfort. Setting boundaries can feel awkward at first. Your heart might race. You might replay the conversation in your head. That is normal. Growth often feels uncomfortable before it feels natural. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. It also helps to expect some resistance. If you have always been the easy one, people might be surprised when you start setting limits. They may test you. Stay consistent. Boundaries only work if you uphold them. If you say you are not answering work emails after 7 p.m., then do not answer them. Consistency builds credibility. At the same time, boundaries should come from a calm place, not from anger. If you wait until you are exhausted and then explode, the message gets lost. Try to speak up earlier. Think of boundaries as maintenance, not emergency repairs. Self-compassion is also important. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to change your mind. Remind yourself that protecting your energy helps you show up better in your relationships. When you are not drained or resentful, you can give from a genuine place. Healthy relationships actually improve with boundaries. They create safety and trust. When people know your limits, they know where they stand. And you feel more relaxed because you are not pretending. If someone repeatedly ignores your boundaries, that is valuable information. Not everyone will respect your limits. That does not mean you should remove them. It may mean you need stronger consequences or more distance. You deserve relationships where your needs are respected. You deserve rest without apology. You deserve to speak your truth calmly and confidently. If this message speaks to you, you can support the channel by liking the video, leaving a comment, subscribing, and sharing it with others.